Hey, fellow Restopians, welcome to Restopia. Right, I'm going to try and rattle through this. Let's put that light back on. Batch. I made that mistake of not plugging the camera in and it went dead. And I think I've got a DHL delivery coming. Not a watch, but yeah, they're hours and hours late. I'm not a fan of DHL. They're not DPD, let's just put it that way. DPD said they were going to be here between a 1 hour slot, they'd be here. DHL 2 hour slot, and they're about 3 hours outside of that, 4 hours outside of that. I've had some notifications, so, but yeah, they're not my favourite delivery company for various reasons. But let's try it with the light on. Is that better? Looks about the same. Does it look? No, it probably looks better with the light on. Let's have the light on. Right, so I'm going to rattle through this because I think the doorbell's going to go and I'm going to have to go down and sign for the package, the parcel. San Martin. Got this San Martin. I did a video of its unboxing. I don't think it's the one that I thought it was going to be, which this one has a 120 click uni rotational bezel. The real thing, let's go straight into that, which is here. I can't tell the difference. They're so similar, so similar. As a 24 click bi-directional bezel. So that got loads of glare on it, probably has. Absolutely sublime bezel. There are three things I love about this. The fact it's 24 click, the way that you know, I mean, it's just such a nice bezel to rotate. I think my favourite bezel of any watch I've ever rotated. Second best would also be a Rolex. It would be the Sea Dweller 50th anniversary 43mm. They're all pretty good, but for some reason that one, from memory, just felt the best. Yeah, and this is precious metal. So this is either white gold or platinum. Not sure, can't remember. For some reason I think it's platinum, not sure. So those numbers are silver. Which makes it look much nicer, I think, than the Pagani, which is very, very white. Yeah, it just looks so much classier and is worth all of the 8,000 odd, be over £9,000 difference now. It's worth every penny. But yeah, that's, you notice when you get these two next to each other, because I had the Pagani first, and then the genuine article came into the channel, first time I'd seen one, and you noticed how white. You didn't notice it before, but when you have the real thing that's a beautiful silver colour, you notice how white the Pagani is. And when the San Martin came in today, because of having this on my wrist, I noticed how yellow the lume, how yellow the, you know, the triangle and the numbers are on the, try and get rid of some of that glare, how yellow it is. Had I not had this, I think I would have still thought that was very yellow, but it's just amazingly yellow, which is one of the reasons it's going back, other than the fact, well, I don't think it's the current model is one problem, but I really dislike the fact that it's got yellow, you know, loomy numbersy things, and the fact it's 120 click, whereas I'm pretty sure another YouTuber who shall remain nameless said that the one he had in his hand and reviewed under macro was 24 click bi-directional as the real thing is, and those two things are, you know, this just isn't worth 4 times what this is, I don't think. If it had those two differences, then perhaps, but without them it's a definite no for me. And I think, so let's just talk you through. This isn't in any way a particular comparison. It's a very vague comparison. I'm not trying to say, you know, I've already said I think this is better value than that one. The reason for getting this one was to see if although it's like four times the cost, whether it's kind of worth it in a way. I think if it did have I don't think it's ever going to have the silver numbers, which I didn't really think about when I bought it. Oh, interestingly, although that's yellow, I'm wondering if San Martin have done that because this one isn't white, so they've kind of given that a sort of a yellowish tone so that it doesn't look... So I think, have they tried to make it look more like platinum? Is what I'm wondering. Or silver. I don't think that is the case, because I'm sure they just could have coloured it in silver. Maybe the one that I think is the current version of this is silver. I don't know. As I say, if you do, let me know in the comments below. I was sure they had the same reference number. I'm sure this had the same reference number as the current one on the Saint Martin website. Is it Saint Martin or Saint Martin? Saint Martin. But yeah, I could be wrong. I'll do a bit of research. I just need to get this one back and get my money back for it, unfortunately. But yeah, just to give you, so that's my feeling. This is a lovely watch. I mean, I'm hoping that Rolex update this in the near future. I'm hoping they, as they have with other models, take it out to 41mm, take the lug width to 21. It would be lovely if they got rid of that Cyclops, but yeah, they're the three things that I'm not too keen on with this. But it is a classic, and I absolutely love that bezel, which is what I love about it. Basically, it's all about the bezel on this. But now I've got them all in hand, let's just give you some differences that I've made some notes of. So size-wise, although I thought the Saint Martin looked bigger than the Pagani Design, I think it's just because it's so much heavier, and that's the biggest difference really in terms of percentages. This is sized to my wrist though, so I have taken a couple of links out, but it's 142 grams. This unsized, so as it comes out of the box, is 172 grams, so 30 grams more. I haven't worked out the percentage, but it's significantly heavier, you know. The real deal, the genuine Dark Knight, is 152 grams. This hasn't had any links taken out of it, I'm reliably informed, although it does fit me. So this one actually fits me out of the box. So yeah, this is the middle one, you know, so lightest, heaviest, you know, so baby bear, daddy bear, mummy bear. I guess I'm kind of going to say that this is definitely too light, that's too heavy, and this is just right. I do like weight though, so I don't have a problem with it being 172. But you kind of notice that weight. I knew when I got this out that it was heavier than that one without weighing them. Size-wise, they're all pretty much 40mm case size, 20mm lug width. The Pagani and the Rolex are 12.5. The Saint Martin is 13.5. And you do notice, the other thing you notice without measuring is the fact that the case back on this protrudes a lot. I'm guessing it's just a mil, but yeah, it's noticeably different to the other two. Don't know if you can see that, but it is. You just feel it when you pick it up. You can just feel that that's protruding quite a bit. So that's the weight, the dimensions, the colours. I mean, you know, this feels. I haven't taken the plastic off the bracelet, so I can't really give a true opinion on how that bracelet feels, but you know, it's nice. I think, as I say, you know, if it had the proper the clicky bezel, and I'm not even sure that's a fact actually. Maybe the YouTuber that I asked that question of, maybe he was lying, or wrong, mistaken, whatever. If it had the 24 click bezel and these were not yellow, I don't mind really if they're white. I'd prefer them to be silver, but white would be fine. I think that's always going to be the problem for me between any copy and the real thing, is the fact that they're silver. Now, I think a lot of people are going to say, oh, it doesn't matter. But, you know, when you've got it in your hand, it just, or on your wrist, hopefully, it does look stunning. It is a stunning bezel, in my opinion. So yeah, so it's heavier, thicker. I think that's all I was going to bother mentioning between these three. Will I try? I think I might pursue. I'm going to do some research on whether, or you know, this is an older model and there is a newer model, and confirm 100% what the differences are. And maybe try and get one in the sale in the future. I paid through the nose a bit for this. It came from Amazon because, you know, but that means I've got an easy return path for it, which is kind of what I wanted. I didn't think it was. I thought it was the one that I thought it was. but it isn't. But I mean, that's even better, isn't it? If you know, it just isn't the right watch. But then again, if I ordered it from Saint Martin, then it would be the latest one, I assume. But then, you know, what if Saint Martin sent me one of these? You never know. So yeah, it's I'm going to get my money back. So I was actually going to gift, if that was if I liked that and kept it, I was actually going to gift this to someone, which I now can't do. So that's a shame, isn't it? But yeah, as always, you know, let me know if you've got any questions in the comments below. I hope you've enjoyed seeing the 3 of them. If you've got any questions on them, obviously, as I've just said, let me know. Sorry, I'm just really I'm really tired, I think. But for now, one wrist, live it. Didn't do a wrist check, a wrist shot. Didn't do a pits manoeuvre, but I've got my Invicta Pro Diver on there, so another a Rolex homage. But yeah, tried to keep that nice and short. Just get a video pumped out while I've got the Saint Martin here before it goes back in its Pelican case and off to Amazon land.